Hello, welcome everyone to episode 4 of Race Pace Radio. We're your hosts,
Kira and
and Chris. This episode is going to be a little bit shorter. One, because we're trying to speed run it. Um, and two, because it's just really our season review. So we'll start with a little bit of news because there's a little bit. Uh, and then our thoughts about the 2024 season. So let's get into it. News-wise, NASCAR, there was an update to the lawsuit against NASCAR. Basically, the teams got their injunction and will be able to run. So, yay. Um, then there was some silly season news. A few drivers got confirmed to different seats. The most prominent one being Raja Karuth is returning to Spire Motorsports in the Truck Series in 2025. And then the other major news about NASCAR was that they changed their practice and qualifying procedures again. Um, they added, I think, like 5 minutes to practice, and then they're going back to old ways of qualifying of just fastest lap equals pole.
interesting. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Um,
So F1.
IndyCar first.
Oh,
IndyCar.
IndyCar.
Connor, is it Dolly? Daily? I
Daily.
don't know. Daily. Sorry, my bad.
You're good.
He is full time in 2025 for is it Junco's Hollander Racing? I don't
I,
know.
I,
I
I
don't
I
know how
don't
to
know.
pronounce things.
It's very
Um,
Spanish.
I probably pronounced it really wrong.
Yeah, I have no clue
Um,
how to pronounce it, to be completely honest.
it would take me a minute to figure that one out. I could do it, but we're trying to speed run this. Okay, anyways. So their grid, there's only two seats missing on the IndyCar grid, and they're both from Dale Coyne Racing, is the only ones who has not announced driver's seats, and that's pretty much it for IndyCar news.
Yeah. The last bit of like other motorsports news is that the Rolex 24 here in the US in Daytona, they are slowly but surely uh getting their race grid set. It's a huge grid, a lot of IndyCar and former F1 stars are there. Uh, K-Mag will be there. I did see on the entry list. I was looking for him. And then a bunch of IndyCar stars and two NASCAR stars, or three NASCAR stars.
Nice.
Um, and then I guess we can get into F1.
What a
And
silly season. What a silly little season it's been for Red Bull. Let me just say that.
yeah, so started this week, basically this week that we're recording, which is the week before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all those who's celebrating.
Yes.
And this will probably come out before or after the New Year, so Happy New Year as well.
Happy
Um,
New Year, everybody.
uh, Red Bull announced that Checo will be mutually parting ways with the team starting now before the 2025 season. Then what was it yesterday?
Sorry. Say that one more
You're good.
time.
Was it yesterday that the announcement
Oh,
happened?
so it was 2 days ago was Checo, and yesterday was
Uh,
Liam.
Yesterday was Liam Lawson was announced as Checo's replacement, and then today, this morning, as of recording, Isaac Hadjar was announced in the second Red Racing Bulls seat. So excited for Isaac, very very
Me too.
excited for him. His radios are gonna be amazing. It's gonna be peak comedy. Um, but yeah, very upset for Checo.
Yeah, I'm sad for Checo. I mean, I know the season's been rough for him, and it just like at the end, it's just, it's
Yeah.
sad. Especially when
Yeah.
like you have your seat confirmed and like you think you're okay, and then they're like, "Let me just pull out the rug from underneath you."
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy. Um, yeah, I guess Liam will be in there. Liam still has the chance to do the funniest thing and choose number 95 as his number.
I don't see
Uh,
why he doesn't do that.
I really hope he
He's
does.
so
His
great.
idol is Lightning McQueen.
I know. I Ka-chow. Like, come on.
Yeah, I have like major respect for Liam in all these like questionnaires he's been getting, like questions for social media teams, actually having to think about questions with related to cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like congrats to Liam. I'm gutted for Yuki, don't get me wrong. Like
Yes.
very gutted for Yuki. I'm sorry. I prefer Yuki to get the seat. I mean,
Yeah.
after reading and like understanding why Red Bull did it, I guess I can like understand, but I mean, I'm a McLaren fan, so like I'm chilling. 2025 has
Yeah.
to be our year. Because
Yeah.
let's just think about this. Like it's McLaren and what's it called? Oh, Aston Martin are the only two teams that has like no changes. But I guess though it's like Newey is also going to Aston Martin. So it's like
Yeah.
if you really think about it, McLaren is like the only team going into 2025 with like things are the same, like they can build off of. And
Last
like
year.
not saying that other teams can't, I'm not saying that, but like there's
Yeah.
obviously going to be like
That
kinks and
just
like things like you're going to have to re-evaluate how your team works. And so it's just
yeah.
like it has to be McLaren's year. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, Lando said it's his year on the radio at the
It
end
is
of
his
Abu
year.
Dhabi, so that's all I gotta say.
I got some new stickers and I put them in my phone case. Oh,
Yeah, I can see them
it's not
though.
working. It's the
Yeah,
championship, a constructors championship, and then I got a Singapore helmet. And then they gave me an
I
extra sticker, and it's him pouring. It's actually Lando pouring champagne on his head.
I got the LM4 sticker, so
I wanted to buy those, but I didn't want to pay $22 for a pack of stickers, so I did not.
they were $11 when I got them.
Yeah, but then like with shipping,
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Also,
I just
car
didn't want to pay
sticker.
it. I
Car
love that
sticker.
so much.
Um, but yeah, I guess we can go into the season review. What a season in all of motorsports for
What a
2024.
season.
Uh, uh, I guess we can start with NASCAR. NASCAR, two new champions and a three-time champion were crowned at Phoenix a month ago already, which is insane that November was already a month ago because it feels like yesterday. There was some controversy about NASCAR's playoff format. Apparently, they're changing it, maybe, possibly for 2025, who knows? Um, but the three champions were for the Cup Series, Joey Logano, Xfinity, Justin Allgaier, and trucks were Ty Majeski. Um, this season was also the last season for my personal favorite driver, Martin Truex Jr. He's my favorite driver because he's from New Jersey, amazing state. But his last full-time season was this year. He confirmed it during the summer, and yeah, that was crazy. If you guys aren't NASCAR fans and are F1 fans, we thought seven different winners across 24 races was insane. NASCAR had 18 different winners across 36 races. So half of the season was won by a different winner. Um, it was very interesting, with multiple drivers breaking their winless streaks, and I think they said like I think I saw posts where it was like three or four broke winless streaks of 40 plus races. Uh, Looking ahead to 2025, we will see where the lawsuit goes. The uh judge who's officiating the case just came out and said actually today that he wants to get it done before the start of the 2026 season. Um, but also with that, there are a bunch of new drivers in new places. A lot of the big teams stayed the same, obviously. Uh, but yeah, it's gonna be an exciting season. The season starts in almost, I think like I know Casper on Threads has a countdown till the clash, in his Good Morning posts usually, but I think we're down to like 40 something days, till that starts up again, which is gonna be a lot of fun. And it's like 50 something days until the Daytona 500. Um, very much looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll talk about it more in future episodes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really watch NASCAR much this year. I want to get back into it some, but I'm hoping next year will be the year for NASCAR. IndyCar, I really didn't watch either.
Me neither. I
And
just watched the
then
Indy 500.
fair, I didn't even watch that, so better than me. Um, so I can't really chit chat about those seasons. The only thing I really watched this year was Formula One.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
all I know is that IndyCar, Alex Palou won his third championship, went back to back for the first time in over 10 years. Um, Scott McLaughlin, Pato Award, and Colton Herta were the like, three main challengers in the championship. Like I said, I watched the Indy or most of the Indy 500. It got rain delay, or I watched the rain delay of the Indy 500. That's what I really watched. Um, Joseph Newgarden won it for the second consecutive year over Pato Award and Pato who. That's all I got. 2025 will be interesting. A lot of new or old faces in new places. That's what I was trying to say. Um, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to watch IndyCar a little bit more. I got to watch
oh yeah,
a couple of their oval races outside of the Indy 500, and they were very, very, very exciting. And I started watching the 100 Days to Indy series, which is also really
I want to watch
interesting.
that.
It's really good. They do a really good job of it. Um, but yeah, let's go into our crazy, chaotic 2024 F1 season.
So, I guess I'll start with my thoughts and opinions,
Yeah.
just so everyone's aware. These are thoughts and opinions. This was my first, like, I've kept up with Formula One, like, over the years. Like, it's piqued my interest a very long time ago. I just never really took the dive into it, but this season I did. And what a season. I'm so mad at, I
Yeah.
literally, I've been mad at myself for not joining Formula One way back, like, way back when it first piqued my interest.
Yeah.
And it's fine, like, I'm glad I'm a fan now. I think, and like, I didn't pick a team or I pick a driver until I'd say probably like, it was like right after Miami was when I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like Lando's my driver, McLaren is my team. Just because I didn't want to like, I just like wanted to watch and see who I liked before I did.
Yeah.
But I did watch Miami. I watched Lando's win, and I literally like that moment. I was like, I was so happy. Like this is like, I've seen so much of the old like races and like the history. Like
Yeah.
I wish I lived through it, and I didn't. But like I've read it, and I've like watched videos and stuff. So like seeing like McLaren's breakthrough this year was amazing for like Oscar and like the team winning like the WCC and like Lando's
Yeah.
win, like multiple wins, the Oscars multiple wins, like
Yeah.
super super proud of them. Like that's been really fun to watch. I almost chose Ferrari. I was like that close. I was talking to my friend. I was like, I think I might be a Ferrari fan, and he was like, no, you're a McLaren fan, and I was like, you're right. Um, and so yeah, that's kind of how that happened. And I have so many thoughts. It's crazy. Um,
Yeah.
I've had like I thought I was gonna be like a Red Bull and Max hater just because like especially
Yeah.
like when I first like started watching Formula like because I kind of watched it a little like I kept up with it at the end of last season and then like this year's when I started watching because it's like for me that's just how my brain did it and whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna be a Max hater. No. I love Max. I love Max so much. Like maybe like not on the racetrack as much because I just want Lando to do better and win. But
Yeah.
like watching Max this year has been awesome. Like seeing how he was able to get through the tough time with his car and like still
Yeah.
perform, still give results. Amazing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm literally so heartbroken still over Logan and Daniel. Those were
Yeah.
like my top five drivers, both of them were. And so them leaving, devastation, both of them.
Yeah.
I think like obviously like Daniel kind of hit a little bit more than Logan did.
Yeah.
Um, but
Logan, the writing
no, I
was
like
kind of on the wall.
yeah, like I think that's what kind of did it for me was like Logan, like we kind of saw it coming, but like it was still sad to watch because like I see myself like the drivers that I like, I see parts of myself in, and
Yeah.
so like that's why I like them. Like they're I like, told Amelia, I told my friend Amelia the other day, I was like all of my favorite drivers are me in different fonts. Like it's just and like granted, like there's a lot of parts of the drivers we don't see, so like
Yeah.
maybe they're not exactly me in a different font, but like you know, um, Carlos moving to Williams,
Crazy.
I still don't really know how I feel about that. Um,
Yeah.
I think it's exciting that he has like a number one driver spot, and
Yeah.
Williams can like now they can get into the points and they can do well. So like Carlos's expertise, I'm hoping can help turn Williams around some.
Yeah.
Obviously it's sad he's leaving Ferrari and he's like he's telling people like
Hmm.
hopefully I'll be back and I hope he does go back because
Yeah.
I'm sorry like Carlos is a Ferrari driver and like
Yeah.
granted like I know he was in McLaren and he did well at McLaren and
Yeah.
you know I he was at what Renault I think is where he
Yeah.
was before
Yeah.
like and he did well there too and so it's like I'm not saying that like I know Carlos
He
like
was
has
also at Red
driven
Bull.
other places. He was at Red Bull, you're right, yes. I
He
remember
was at
them
Red
like
Bull. Everybody
Carlos and
forgets about that.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody forgets that.
the
And I
Toro
I
Rosso days, right?
yeah, yeah, I forgot about that too. And I like saw images of it. I was like, damn, wow. It's one of those things like you forget that Checo was a McLaren driver.
He was, you're right. Because I
Checo
remember
repla
in some of the
Yeah.
oh sorry, go ahead.
Checo replaced Lewis.
That's yeah. I did know that. And yeah, he was a McLaren driver.
I
It's
just
just weird
remember
because
that
like
because of the
McLaren
tuned.
changed.
That's the only reason I remember it. Is I remember
That's
that
funny.
episode where Lewis changed into Checo.
That's funny. I don't think I've seen Tuned.
It's so funny. I
I
love
think I've
it.
seen some of them. I don't think I've seen all of them though.
I during COVID, I sat down and rewatched every single episode.
I respect that. It's been weird to see like how my personal teams and my like favorite teams and personal favorite drivers have changed over
Yeah,
the season. Because it's like not that I didn't like Haas. It's not that I didn't like them. I just was kind of indifferent
yeah,
about them. But
yeah,
like Nico and K Mag, some of my favorite drivers. Nico's like in my top 10 drivers.
yeah,
I think Haas is like my number three team now. Like I
yeah,
love them. Like as a team,
yeah,
like they just like not that they do the wrong things, but like I feel like they have like that team spirit. Like, you know, like they really try to like
yeah.
be a family. And then like Red Bull Sugar Free.
Red Bull sugar
They
free.
they were really up there for me. They were, but then like
Yeah,
just seeing like the way that Red Bull runs things, I don't really support
yeah,
either of the Red Bulls as
yeah.
as a team. as a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know like it
Individual
has nothing to
drivers, on
do.
the other hand, different story.
I support Max Verstappen and Max Verstappen only. And
I
Yuki,
as
obviously.
and
I support the
Yuki.
drivers, okay?
Yeah.
And obviously, like, I support mechanics. Like, a lot of them are just literally doing their job that they got hired
Yeah.
for. So it's like, I can't be mad at them. I'm more mad at,
Yeah.
like, board members for making silly
Yeah.
decisions and treating drivers like crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I have so many thoughts. It's been amazing to see Max win. I kind of
Yeah.
knew it was coming whenever Vegas, like, we were at Vegas, and I was like, Max is gonna win. I'm okay with that because you know what? This has been a crazy season for Max. Like,
Yeah.
take your win. You know, take your win.
Yeah.
Get your trophy, please. And so obviously Lando, I wish like obviously like he did try to join the fight. I think he just joined it a little bit too late and that's what hurt
Yeah.
him in the long run. And then like everyone says this, even Lando says this, Brazil is really what sealed the deal. Just
Yeah.
because Max was so dominant that race and not that Lando wasn't, he just didn't like that race was crazy. I was there for I
Mm,
watched like all of the
yeah.
like I remember when qualifying like got like canceled basically and like all the
Yeah.
things. And so it was like it was just wasn't a good weekend. Like it would
Yeah.
have been a papaya weekend. It probably would have because their sprint race won too. But
Yeah.
like that rain came and it just wasn't
M- Max went P17 to P1.
insane.
It's still insane.
And I'm glad he did. And I'm glad he did. Like
Yeah. No, that just showed how good Max Verstappen is.
yeah.
I mean,
So it's like I
Charles
have
did
so
the
many
same thing at
thoughts.
Abu Dhabi.
He oh I know. He went up 16 places. Crazy.
Yeah.
Seeing Charles win in
Yes.
Monaco and Monza this
That was
year.
awesome.
That was so sweet. I love that so much.
That was awesome. I was so happy for him.
Me too. Um, yeah, I love that Valtteri is going back to Mercedes.
Yes.
We didn't cover, I don't think we said that in the
But
news,
no,
but
forgot about that.
sorry.
Forgot about
Um,
that.
but no, I'm really happy he's going back because
Same.
like at least me watching DTS, like
Yeah.
Valtteri is a Mercedes driver. Like I'm not
Yeah.
saying that like I don't know. I don't want to say anything that like I don't really know what I'm saying. So, but like
He's been on
peak Valtteri, you
he's
know,
been on three
prime.
teams. Three teams in his whole entire career. Williams, which is basically junior Mercedes, Mercedes, and then Sauber. And now he's back on Mercedes.
I'm glad.
I'm
And
happy
he
for
seems so
him.
happy. He seems so happy, and that's what I
Yeah.
love. Like I love it when the
Yeah.
drivers are happy, you know,
Yeah.
with their decisions. I hope Williams can really turn it around next year. I
Yeah.
think Alex is a good driver. I just think he's had a tough season.
Yeah.
He hasn't had like a terrible season, but like
No.
I don't know. It's just been a rough year for Williams. I
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched a video of like all the crashes that Williams had. I think like Alex had like eight. I think
That's
I think
crazy.
even Franco had like seven or eight, and then Logan had six.
Yeah.
I
I
just would like to
mean,
say for the record, Franco crashed more than Logan did in a
yeah.
shorter amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Franco crashed like three times in Brazil alone,
Yeah,
which is crazy. Um, but it was also great to see Lewis win one last time with Mercedes at Silverstone. That was, I was so like, I remember turning on the race with like 3 laps to go and like rooting for Lewis so hard. I was like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Um, and then,
because wasn't that his first win this season?
yeah, that was,
And it was like he had a really long like streak of like no
yeah,
wins, and
yeah,
so it was like it was super special. Like although
yeah,
like it was Lando's like home race, and I was like, go Lando. But like at the end, you're like, you can't help but root for Lewis because it's Lewis
yeah.
Hamilton and Silverstone. Like,
Yeah, it's and also hearing Isaac Hajar's quote about Lewis Hamilton today, that was awesome. But also just yeah, I'm excited to see Lewis and Ferrari as well next year. That's it's gonna be weird, but
Yeah.
also I feel like we're gonna see Lewis be Lewis again.
I think it'll be interesting to see how the team dynamic works
Yeah.
because Charles has been the number one driver for so long, and I think that he's gonna have to take a step back.
Yeah, I
And like,
mean,
I understand that it's Lewis Hamilton, but like, there comes a point in your career where you're like, I don't want to have to step aside for Lewis Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
and
I mean,
I'm not saying that like in a bad way. I hope nobody, please don't hate me, okay? I'm not saying
yeah.
don't do that. I'm just saying like sometimes you have to be selfish, and like
Yeah.
that's why
I
like
think Charles I
me, I'm not
think
a big fan of team orders. Like I'm really
yeah.
not, but
Yeah. I think
I
Charles and Lewis will actually fight each other. It won't be like George and Lewis, where George looked up to Lewis for all these years and is like, Lewis. Charles is gonna be like,
although
this
George
is
kind of
my
put up a fight
team.
at Abu Dhabi though.
Yeah,
Kind of. Finally, the
kinda.
last race.
Yeah. But
I feel like George was like racing him and then he just like backed out of it to let Lewis go by. Like I feel like
yeah,
that's I don't want to say put that against Lewis either.
no, it was cool to see Lewis get his last pass in a Mercedes car and bring it home P4. That was pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, I'm definitely like for me like I'm not the biggest George or Mercedes person. I like Mercedes because I like Lewis Hamilton, but like now that
yeah.
Lewis is leaving, I'm like,
Well, Ferrari.
yeah, I mean Ferrari's my number two, so like they'll
What's a
stay there.
Ferrari?
Forza Ferrari.
Like, they're I think we're gonna have a constructors fight next year.
Yeah, I'm hoping the drivers. I mean, I'm hoping it's Lando's year. I really am. I
Yeah, I
need
know.
Lando to win.
I need Lando to win. I need him to break the Max curse. I need him to do that. But yeah, no, 2025 is going to be a really interesting year.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
it's going to be interesting also to see when teams start switching their focus to 2026.
I know because so many new things are coming in 2026. It's gonna be like interesting.
Yeah, because
Because like sometimes I
obvious
feel like at the end of the year, it's not that they don't care. They just are prepping for next year already. So they're like, just give them what like
whatever we
like they
have.
give like the rest of what they have like not leftovers, but like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
You get the Mercedes gave Lewis basically the leftovers until the last race of the year. Like, and
Literally.
they admitted that.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, all the goodbye posts from Mercedes have been so thoughtful.
I unfollowed Mercedes, so I only saw a couple of them.
I saw a few of them, just because they popped up in my feed.
That's kind of
Um,
what happened with me.
but like just seeing, I follow them on like LinkedIn and stuff, so I seen them on there mostly. Um, and also the video of Toto and Lewis, the most recent one that they did, came up on my like populated in my feed on YouTube. And I was just like, huh, that's interesting. But yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting. And then 2026 getting another American team, with GM and Cadillac, which
Okay, I'm gonna just be real. I'm hoping it's Jack Crawford. I hope so bad Jack Crawford gets a seat in F1.
I hope it's like Jack and Colton Herta. That would be so fun.
Because if, like, hear me out now. Let me go pull up this F2 rankings because I was looking at this earlier. Because I was
Yeah.
like, so many people are graduating F2, okay? So
Yeah.
I was like, how is next year gonna shape up for Jack? You know, I
Yeah.
worry about my drivers.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Jack Crawford finished fifth. Okay, two of them are going to F1.
Yeah.
Gabriel and Isaac are going. So it's like realistically, and then like Kimmy was sixth, and then Franco was ninth. So they're already gone.
Ollie.
I'm like, and Jack Crawford had 125 points. Victor Martins was behind Jack. He was P7, but like we're not gonna count Kimmy, and
Yeah.
he had 107 points. So I'm like, Jack, listen to me, okay? Like lock in this year.
Yeah.
Lock in
Lock
for
in.
this year, okay?
Yeah.
Because like it would be cool to have an American team support an American driver going to Formula
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Jack Crawford. Jack Crawford is your guy.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I'd say like seeing like Jack and like Colton or Pato, that would be so
Oh,
much
Pato would
fun.
be awesome.
Having
I feel
Pato
like
on the
my only
grid.
thing though is like I guess like McLaren would let him go if he was going into Formula One, but would McLaren want to let Pato go though? That's my question.
I don't know.
I
I don't
understand
know.
it's not
Zach
really up
Brown.
to McLaren, but
It's Zach Brown trying to trying to keep a driver, and we've seen where that goes twice in a year.
yeah.
Twice in a year. Um, that whole thing was both of those things were something. Luckily we don't have that this year. But it is still crazy to think that Oscar was a Alpine driver.
I remember I watched that on DTS and I was like,
Yeah.
hold
I'm
on. Which
I'm
I remember, like, the thing is like, I remember seeing that tweet, like, years ago. I remember seeing it and I had no idea what it meant.
yeah.
And it's
I
like
knew
things like that.
exactly what it meant because I was following it. Like I was following like I've seen enough stuff in motorsports that like I knew what it meant. And I was just like, what? And then I watched DTS and saw it, and I was like I didn't
I was
realize the
cackling. That's so
severity of
funny.
it. And then I was watching 100 Days to Indy, and they were doing this season, and they talked about last season where the same thing happened with McLaren, but it was McLaren got burned. Because they tried to get Alex Palou, and then Alex was like, you know what? Actually, nah.
Yeah, even
Um,
this year with like Oscar. Okay, I need Oscar Piastri's level of dry humor. I use a lot of dry humor myself, but like
yeah,
even whenever like because with whenever Lewis was announced to Ferrari and Oscar
yeah.
was like, "What I miss?" Like I didn't have my phone on me. Like, what's new, guys? Like, what's going on? Everyone's like, "What
Yeah,
do you mean? What's going on?"
like
So funny.
Oscar, like Oscar. Um, but yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to 2025. I'm gonna be watching a lot more races.
Yeah.
Um, Watching the second half of the season was a lot of fun after the summer break. Um,
Yeah, because I felt like I wasn't really learning anything. I could just like enjoy.
yeah, the summer break was brutal because there was nothing other than the Olympics.
Yeah.
At least during
I
like
like
most
even
of
I
the
will say like this winter break's been really good. Like I've not that like I
yeah,
don't want to see cars go near, but like
yeah.
I'm kind of enjoying the break, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the break. Like it's brutal just like being a motorsports fan and kind of just always knowing that it's coming, but at the same time, enjoying the break. I've been playing F1 Manager, so I've been still watching cars go new, so I'm enjoying myself. Um
I've been making paper mache animals for people for Christmas.
uh we oh yeah, just to let you know, we're gonna have to figure out to find some like Yuki merch for my girlfriend because she's obsessed
Okay,
with Yuki.
bet. Let me go on Etsy. I'll find you something right now.
So yeah, we were doing that the other night as well, but it was like Yeah, no, rewatching DTS has also been fun with my girlfriend. Um,
Hmm.
Explaining everything. We just got to 2020. We finished the first episode, so everything just went into lockdown.
Oh,
Everything just went into lockdown, and I'm like, I remember living that.
I don't, but like the thing was is like so like for me it's like the whole like Twitch streamer era for like all of them. Like
Yeah,
I like did the whole Twitch watching people Twitch, but like I didn't watch them, I watched other people. Like
yeah.
I was more like in like a Fortnite era, so I was like watching like Fortnite streamers and like things like
I was
that in 2020.
I
And like
was watching NASCAR because they still put on races.
oh,
They put on
I
iRacing
love that.
races. They put on
Oh,
I
that's
like
fun.
official iRacing races. Like,
Oh, that's
and they
fun.
put it on Fox too.
Really?
Yeah, like they were on national television,
I love that.
and it
They
was
need
just
more
so,
esports. Like I
yeah.
need more esports.
Yeah, it was so much fun to watch. The they had like some of the older drivers join in and they had no clue what they were doing. It was so funny.
This
Um
is not Yuki merch. This is Daniel merch, and it's making me sad. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me just.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start crying again. It's fine.
Yeah. Uh but yeah, that was yeah, no, that was a time. I'm excited to get to the next couple seasons with her. Like get through 2020, get to 2021 because that was the first season of DTS I actually watched fully through.
I think I'm on 2021.
I
I
loved
haven't
that
watched
season.
it. I have not watched it. I think the last time I watched DTS was summer break though.
Yeah, we're watching it right now. We started it like a couple weeks ago and we're already into the 2020 season.
Yeah, that's fair. I For me, I started watching it like last almost a year ago kind of, but
Yeah.
then it was like I didn't like how over dramatized it was. So then
Yeah.
I was like, so I waited, and then I was like, okay, we can just enjoy it for what it is. So I didn't start watching it, I think, until like it was maybe May, May or so, maybe
Yeah.
June, and then like summer break was really when I was like watching it. But
Yeah, I watched it during 2020 when the 2021 season came out because it was the summer after. So it was like 2022. I think I was watching
Etsy,
it.
okay, some of these Etsy people need to step it up, like, or I'm gonna start making merch. Sorry,
You are
I'm trying to
good.
find Yuki. I'm looking for Yuki stuff. I promise.
You're good. You're good. And then yeah, no, that was definitely a time watching that. I guess we can get into looking ahead to 2025 for us.
Yes.
So we will have some off-season content during the winter break. First will be our What is Motorsports series. So we're gonna film three, at least three. I think we'll do probably, I was thinking to add in F2 at least as well.
That'd be fun.
So we'll do what is F1, what is IndyCar, what is NASCAR, and what is F2.
Yes.
Do all those, kind of explain for newer fans of all of those motorsports disciplines, what they are, who are the drivers and teams, what the 2025 schedule is going to be like, um, and maybe some more things as well. Uh, then we will also have possibly some guests in 2025. Uh,
Yeah,
where
that's the
where
plan.
that is the plan.
We're still
I
working out like details of like how we want to do it and like what all we want to do,
Yeah,
just because we are both college kids. So it's like, I work too, he works. So it's
yes,
like trying to balance all of that with like our own, because even like us getting together sometimes is crazy, like for
Yeah,
to record. And so it's like having another person, still trying to work out like how we want to do it, but definitely am wanting to have some of our friends, which are you guys, on our
yeah,
podcast. So
yeah, definitely.
hopefully we can get like work out something to make it work too. Because I know like our group, a lot of people in the group chat want to do it, and like I know
Yeah,
we have some other people in mind also.
yeah, and I know like my girlfriend wants to come on, and we
Oh
can
yeah.
uh educate her as well, a little bit because it definitely helps. Uh, but yeah, I guess in 2025 we'll continue, and during the season we will figure out our schedule, how we want to do it, um, how we want to record and everything, and where we want to what we want to post. But yeah, I'm really excited for 2025. Really excited to continue the podcast.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
very excited for that. We will um hopefully my meta issues don't continue.
Yeah,
Uh
meta's mean, man.
Meta is mean. Uh but I hope they don't continue because I would really like once we start to grow a little bit more to create a dedicated Instagram and Threads page for us so we can post about this and post
Oh yeah.
clips for you guys.
That'll be
Yeah.
fun, yeah.
And also I will say for 2025, I took one of the um people on Threads its template and I've started to make my F1 bullet journal.
Nice. That's
So I
exciting.
have
I've
the
thought about doing that.
drivers. Yeah.
I've thought about doing that.
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I might as well just do it. It'll be fun to do.
Yeah.
De-stress after work.
Or like a
Um,
freaking, I want to do an F1 bingo card. Those look so fun.
yeah, they
Everyone's
look
that I've
so
seen
much
on
fun.
Threads looks so creative. And I just like, I want to do one.
We will do that. We can maybe create something like that for our predictions once we do that because we'll do a 2025 predictions episode. We kind of have to.
Oh
Um,
yeah, absolutely.
I want to do it so at the end of the year we can see how wrong we were.
No, we're gonna be right, okay?
We're gonna
Because
be right?
2025 is McLaren's year, and it's gonna be Lando's year.
Okay, okay.
Period.
Yeah, period.
Period. That's my prediction. Lando.
Beautiful.
Lando wins everything.
Lando. It's land year.
And
But
Oscar
yeah,
P2.
yeah, yeah. McLaren, Papaya on top. Papaya stays on top.
Like a winner. I would think I repeat that to myself about 50 times a day. I'll literally be at work and I'm like a
Wiggle
winner.
winner.
Like,
I love that reel or that TikTok. It's great. Um,
Hilton, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful
yes. Thank
commercial.
you, Hilton.
Commercial? Ad?
Ad,
Commercial.
whatever it was.
Ugh,
And hopefully we can well, also hopefully both of us will be going to different races, but
hopefully. If we can
hopefully.
save the money and go.
Yes. And hopefully for maybe one of the races in 2026, we'll do an in-person episode, or we'll do in-person episode in 2025. Who knows?
That would be so funny.
Mysterious. Uh, that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess that's it for our review of 2024. Thank
Crazy
you
year.
guys.
Like, it's hard to like
Yeah.
put everything in words, but
Yeah,
here we are.
it was such a crazy year.
It was
Thank
a
you
good year.
for
Like, if
yeah.
anyone joined in F1 this year, like, what a year to do so. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
no matter when you joined in. Like, I feel like everyone's like, oh, all these new fans. I'm like,
No,
rude.
rude.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Who
Uh
cares? Like,
yeah. No, I consider myself a new fan even though I
oh, I'm a
watch
new fan too, but like,
yeah.
I'm a new fan for sure. But
Yeah. No,
still, like,
it's rude. Um I feel like definitely we'll find some other segments to do as well for this and incorporate F1 threads. Thank you for being such a great community.
Oh
Wanted to
yes, we love
shout
F1
that out
threads.
because everybody was doing their posts after the 2024 season ended. Um, if it wasn't for F1 threads, this podcast wouldn't exist.
Nope, you're right.
Cool. Yeah. So thank you guys. Um, as always, for watching or listening. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all the things.
All the
Wherever you,
things.
yes, wherever you listen to your podcasts. So, Race Space Radio is a part of the McCurning Studio Podcast Network. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yep. Bye
Peace.
everyone.